I'm Terry, and I'm here to present my Change Initiative plan as a means of work-life balance. We're going to put a puzzle together to help all individuals plan their life around their work or combine them together. And so what I am proposing is a flexible schedule and also paid time off. Okay? So my first proposed flex schedule and PTO is the option to work at home, either full or part-time. Secondly, an option to work 4 10-hour days, or the possibility of starting and ending at their discretion. There's also an option for workers to put their extra time away and use that as a comp time. Another thing is I would like to propose is no restrictions on FMLA. So the key players are not going to be penalized by this government offering. I think it's not fair for certain people to be able to take that time and others to not. And the third thing, which is maybe kind of tough in a corporate world, but I'd like to see it implemented, is to have a paid sabbatical, perhaps 3 months off after a employer designated period of time. Say you reach a 5-year milestone, you would have off perhaps a month, or if you want to wait until your 7th year, you'd have 3 months off paid. These are all paid initiatives. The benefits for this, change the screen. The employer benefits for this are job sharing. This would increase productivity and create teamwork. Another would call the employer a worker-friendly type of reputation, where employees have satisfaction, increased morale. The retention would also be great for them, because employees will be happy, and they'll be able to hold on to these and save money by not having to train these new employees as they come in. There's also a green initiative attached to this, because it will be a reduction in the overhead cost, the building cost, electricity, gas, you name it, I do not even know, rents, and all of these types of initiatives would come into play, as well as fuel savings and traffic, reduction of traffic congestion. There are some challenges, and we're not to get away from them, but there also could be, there will be reduced face time, which maybe employers would be out of the loop and employees would be out of the loop, so that does present some challenges. The job sharing, where there are benefits to that, there are also challenges to that, because there could be signs of mixed communication signs, and work could be impeded by these mixed signals. There are also employees that could take advantage of the system. Hopefully most employees would, if they're being treated fairly, would not take advantage of the system. And then there's also the recourse. What is the recourse to return employees to the traditional setting? It could be tough once these guidelines have been established. There are also technological challenges that with connections, challenges with malfunctions, the additional expense of home expense, initial setup, and monthly fees if the company is going to pay for that. I think these challenges could be overcome, and I think what they do is they're give greater benefit to the employees, which is our next slide. And I think what this initiative would do would increase autonomy for employees. Employees would have a greater sense of self-worth, personal fulfillment, personal satisfaction, and usually you get a better overall product when you have such a thing. It would reduce their stress. I think it would reduce stress greatly and burnout. We'd omit the commute and the traffic stress and strain on the highways, which is also included in the Green Initiative down below. By working at home, perhaps you have a creative inkling in the middle of the night and 2 o'clock, so you're able to work at will and expand upon your creativity at will. Your family responsibilities could possibly and most likely be more easily met. What we'll have is an increased availability. So if your child had a chorus concert or a ball game, you could, without having to have the hour commute, you could spend time, you could reduce that time and go straight to the ball game. Likewise, if you don't have children, perhaps you could walk your dog at greater length, climb a mountain, or whatever it is that you do for enjoyment. If you have elder care that you need to be responsible for, you could also engage in that. And this would be, what I have here is less need and expense for outside child care. I should also add elder care to that, because not everyone has children, just like not everyone has elder care. Back to the Green Initiative, well, we're reducing our fuel cost if we're working at home, so because we don't have the commute. We're also reducing our meal and our clothing allowance. I mean, for a cup of coffee when you go to Starbucks, you're spending $3.50. If you're spending lunch, even a hamburger Happy Meal, I mean, you don't get away with anything these days eating out. And if you're not prepared and organized to pack your lunch, it's quite a great expense. Again, there are challenges, and we're going to review challenges for the employees. The employee challenge is that you truly have to be self-disciplined. You really need to concentrate on your time management and understand that there still are deadlines to meet, and you may have distractions to add to the mix. So there is no second shift, it's all a first shift, and the first shift never ends, is what's happening. Your increased responsibility by having home as your workplace, and work is home. So what you're doing here is, there's no escape. You are here, you're at home, so I'm not sure if it's a good idea or not. It seems in theory to be a good idea. My husband works at home, and sometimes it is a good idea, but other times it is like a cage. And then also you do have the technology challenges. We have the malfunctions that your internet could go down, your communications could go down, and also the expense of having an extra line at the house. If the company is not paying for it, that may come out of your pocket. You may have a phone, a landline, and a cell phone, and other technological pieces that you need to complete your job. I don't think some of the challenges are tough, but I think if you are self-disciplined, you can overcome these. So in theory, what I'm proposing is to allow for the scheduling, flex scheduling, and PPO time off, and so, I'm sorry, PTO. We're going to offer choices of flexible scheduling and paid time off, and we're going to implement unlimited FMLA, so no one's left out. We're also going to try and implement the sabbatical plan, which is going to be a tough bridge to cross, but I think we can get there. And create a culture of balance for the lives of the company and the employees. So we're going to put these puzzle pieces together so they all match, and hopefully these changes will take place soon. Thanks for listening.